to finish checking everything out. They're cooled off. They're nice and hard. And wanted to show you these little guys again. And this was the black holographic. Ultra or extra fine, ultra fine. And then we've got the silver, which was just fine. It's not as tiny of powder glitter as the ultra fine. This is the silver one. And then this is the silver champagne, which is kind of sort of got a nice, just a light gold, not a gold gold. I like this light gold. And it really, really, really picked up the chameleon flakes on this. This was Let's Resin's green chameleon. And you can see that it definitely has like blues, purples, greens. Just gorgeous. I love Let's Resin's chameleon. And this was with the SRC black polyurethane resin behind it. So let's start with some small ones. See how these came out. Should have probably done a little something different on him. He's a little hard to see about standing out anything. Hint of glitter, but that was kind of sort of a fast a fast piece. I'm gonna do the small ones because they're easier to get out than the bigger pieces. Ooh, look at that. That is pretty. I have a little bit of touch up to do for the little sharp spots. How about that black holographic? Run these little pieces off coming out the mold. It's not fully hardened as far as the little side edges go, because the thinner the sides are, the longer it takes for them to cure. And I do have to do some deburring because that one sunk in some. I did not get all of them full because I was rushing to get them poured. There's a bit of mixture of the, what was it? The silver champagne and the black holographic in there. And some of these even had some glow-in-the-dark powders. Don't know if it's enough to actually make them glow in the dark. I will be doing a test on that to see. I'll get these cleaned up better. That one I think had like the most of the glow-in-the-dark in it, so we shall put a light on them and see how it goes. Oops, there's a big chunk on that. There we go. Put that in my pot for later. Oh, that one hit the floor. Where did it go? Oh. Landed on my power plug. Look how pretty. This is not a deburring tool, it's just hard metal going around the edges. Some of them don't need it, but still just to, if there's any spots that need taking care of. Like I said, I will be doing the deburring tool, but this kind of sort of helps knock some of them off just on their own. I will let them harden up a bit more before I go grab the deburring tool, because anybody that's tried to deburr on something that is not fully cured, you take chunks out instead of just taking the edge off like you want. So you have to ensure they are good and hard before you go using the deburring tool. And I've made that mistake myself. That's how I know firsthand what happens. Klutzy hands today. I hope everybody had good holidays to whatever you celebrate. We do Christmas at our house. We did it a couple of days early because we had the grandbaby. We went over to my parents, so she got to see her great-grandparents. I did a video chat with my son so he could see her opening presents from us at our house, because we did most of them at our house. The ones from us. I think I might have already, nope, that one definitely has a spot, so let's run that around. Got those pretty hearts. Let's see about unmolding the snowflakes. Pretty sure this one's going to be my favorite because it was the black holographic. And I don't think there was much of the glow-in-the-dark left on the other one, so I don't know if it's going to glow or not, but we shall see when get everything out. Alright, release the center. Ooh, pretty. And of course there's a ton of glitter on the outside. And this one's probably not going to have much of a color design at all. Because like I said, I don't think any of the glow-in-the-dark stayed. I think it all came out on the first batch. Yeah, it's kind of plain. I can always take paint and zhuzh it up. Let's see, let me get my computer monitor turned off. My overhead turned off. Knocking stuff off on the ground. And let's grab the non-flat one. Definitely has some green glow into it. Definitely want that one. Get my husband to, hopefully he can saw the back of that off. I don't think there is any at all remainder left on this one. Who else had some glitter to you? Or glow in the dark? There we go. Let's get some of that bright light off. And let's see. There we go. I don't know if any of the hearts picked any up. There's plenty of spill all over my tray. I see a couple little green glows. I don't know if it's going to stay long. You don't get enough in there, it won't stay long at all. It'll be hints of it. And this is getting charged with a black light. So it was just a trial. I like things that glow in the dark, so that's why I did try it. That's all the lights off, and yeah, these ones over here have already died back. These ones got a little bit left residual in it. This guy's got a little bit green on him. That's the pretty one for the glow in the dark part. It's just the one that way over poured because it slid out in a chunk. Yep, that is off. Get that set back there. I want to say thank you to everyone and all my subscribers and followers. I'd appreciate all the likes. I wouldn't be here without y'all. Sorry it's been a while since I've had anything uploaded. I'm working on some stuff for Estoyo. I've had to order some more resin though because the project I was working on, the second part of the mold did not match up with the first part of the mold, so they would not go together. So I'm having to create a form to reposition the second mold, or figure out a way to reposition the second mold so they will go together. And I can finish my project that I was doing with the Stoyo resin that they sent me. So I will be having that one out as soon as I get their restock of their resin, because I used up all the stuff that they sent me as a test. And like I said, the second part, I left things too long. If I had unmolded it when it was still soft, I could have bent it into shape then, but it didn't work out that way because I was thinking they, come from the same company, the mold should match up, but it didn't. And it's a critical piece because it has to actually sit down inside the other one. I'm making a piggy bank, and you pour the main part, which is, going to hold the coins, and then the second part, which slides down and sits inside of a lip. Well, it didn't fit inside the lip because the mold is not set right. So going to have to do a little configuring on that. So when I get some more Stoyo resin, I will be finishing out that piece for them and then doing a couple of more pieces with the leftover resin, because it's just a little bit of the back cover that I have to do. I will also have to figure out a way to get a hole into it, either drilling a 1-inch hole or finding something that's 1-inch diameter so I can glue it down to the mold, and it will leave a 1-inch hole so the rubber stopper so you can get the coins back out. So that's some stuff I'm working on. Hopefully I'll get this up today, because it was an all-in-one day with polyurethane. It just took a little longer because don't mix up more than 4 ounces at a time. And make sure your house is cooler than mine. I think my house is, it's 76.1 degrees right now. I think it was 77 something at the time that I was mixing. I didn't wait for my air conditioning to kick in to cool it down, because my house stays 75, 76 most nights, and I didn't change it this morning when I got up to 74. so it was still warm when I started doing all this. I have since dropped the AC back down, but it's going to take some time. So let's get some close-ups of these, and I'll get some close-ups of all of them. And this is the, I think there was too much powder that was in the bottom. That's why it did that and left a lumpy spot around, which I can sand that flat so there's no sharp spots after I get my husband to see if he can get a saw out and take care of that off. And look at that. Ooh, isn't that pretty? I love the glitter effects. All the colors of the rainbow. That is just gorgeous. And I will be using little electric tea lights to sit in here. And I'll use this one too, even though it's semi-plain. I might take some UV resin to some more glow in the dark to see if I can't get some more on there. I'll just have to see about that one later, if I choose to or not. Let's get some of these other hearts up here. Woohoo! I gotta say the black ultra fine or extra fine, that brushes in so beautifully. That one happens to be my favorite. These ones are pretty too. They're just not quite as pretty. Look at those. Whoops. Let's not drop them. Might take some glow-in-the-dark UV and paint on him too. A color. This one. Oh, I love him. That is just wow. And the camera's not even picking up. It's only picking up like 2 colors, but there's blues, there's purples, there's greens. It is stunning. Love the chameleon powders. You can see 2 on camera, but I swear I'm seeing blue in person too. There's blue, purple, and green in this. It is gorgeous. And these 3 little guys again. See if I can get them tilted up. They are all pretty. Now I know what I can do in bigger skulls. With some other ultra fine powders and chameleon powders. And other molds and stuff. And yeah, that stuff's not coming out of that cup. Now I know what to do with all these instead of just with color. I can actually use them with weigh the polyurethane out, whether it's the white or the black, because I keep forgetting to actually start move my colors over to mix them if I'm doing one color and I end up mixing it in my one cup. Excuse me. Let's see. I want to thank or give my shout outs. We have Being Crazy Custom Creations, Marvelous Artsy, Mini Scenes GB, Artists Resin, Toonpish Crafts, Claire's Crafty Corner, Daniel Cooper, Crafty Shenanigans, Amy's Resin Corner, Dragon Creations, Glitz and Glitter by Michelle, Southern Lady Artistic Creations, Crafting with Carla. Those are some of my favorites to watch, as well as there's a new one that I think she's fairly new. It's Epoxy M3 That. So it's supposed to be Epoxy Me That, but it's spelled as M3. So if you want to check out her channel, she does some cool resin designs. And Tea and Art, Wendigoven Studio, Resin Nuts, Beck's Crafts Design. Sorry, I have a cheat sheet to the side of me with names because I sometimes forget. Oh, and Billy Holman's Creations, I think it is called. I like her channel too. She makes some really cool stuff. Thank you all so much, and we shall see you soon. Bye.